guys, and welcome back. It is so good to see you. I hope you guys have been having a great Christmas break if you're on break. And we are going to be jumping into the cabin series. A lot of you guys have been asking what happened to the cabin. Well, you guys are about to see it. Now, if you guys have never installed window trim before on a raw window, this is going to be a good video for you, especially if you're not very skilled with woodworking. If you have installed windows, well, you get to tell me how good or bad of a job I actually did overall installing 4 windows in this cabin. We're going to go through how to do the exterior trim. We're going to go through and how to do the interior trim. It's not as complicated as it seems, and I'm going to show you a really easy, straightforward way of doing it. You ready? Let's go. Yeah, so that's the stain that I'm using. The color, funny enough, this is called Canadian Maple 210. This is again the Saban wood stain. I really do like this. It's low odor and goes on pretty nice. The only downside is it's not an all-in-one, so I do still have to put a clear coat over it. Satin finish, of course, but you know, one more step when I've already got a pile to do. Man, I feel better just getting that little bit of trim up. First of all, it gets some of those smaller pieces out of the way. And secondly, it just kind of, I don't know, it feels more finished. I've got the light, or the outlet covers on, everything's screwed in, except for those, because I want to double check those. Remember I had one of those that was bad. So anyway, yeah, this trim, I really am liking it. I'm liking the color. It's not very thick. One thing I'm gonna notice with the trim I picked out for the cabin, it's a lot thinner than what you would normally see. I know the style right now is big, thick trim. It is. And if I were doing a house, that's how I would go. But this is a very small enclosed space. So I feel like if I were to use the big, thick trim, it would make the space seem even smaller. So hopefully, if I use a little bit skinnier trim, it'll make things look a little bit larger. I don't know. I'm not a housing expert designer person, so I'm just kind of like winging it here. So just go with the flow. All right, so Eric is taking the TYM with the brush hog into our cow pasture over here. We haven't had cows for 2 years since we butchered them, so it definitely needs to be kind of chopped up a little bit. It's gonna be some slow going. We had looked a couple times at getting some cows, some baby calves, but Just haven't been able to get it to work out. And we've been so busy with everything else too, that when we're looking, we don't find them. And I'm sure they're up there when we're not looking. Yeah, I guess Eric decided he wanted a brush hog. It's a beautiful day, so Eric's laboring. I'm gonna go labor on my cabin, hopefully. It's just beautiful. We're gonna have to tell you a story on how I actually acquired all of the trim that you are gonna see going up in the cabin over the next couple of videos. As you know, last year there was a massive lumber shortage. Everything in our area was in short supply. Big box stores were running out. Lumber was ridiculously expensive. I mean, just crazy expensive. One piece of shroom would run you probably $21. A massive blessing, I found an ad on Craigslist of a lumber store that was liquidating everything. So I drove 45 minutes north in Michigan to go hopefully scavenge as much trim as I needed. The only problem was I had no idea what kind of trim to get, what I would need, or how much. I only knew that I had 4 windows and 2 doors, and I kind of knew where I wanted my trim. So with that little tidbit of information, I gathered literally as much as I thought that I might need, and hope and pray that I had enough. Now, what you're gonna see is the flat stock going in around the inside of the windows. The flat stock, they did not have enough to do even one window. So I decided to improvise and make my own. I took some really large pieces and I cut them on the table saw so that they were now flat. Honestly, I don't know what my goal for today is. I've had so many things that I have to get done. Right now I'm kind of using the cabin as therapy. Definitely liking my true wear clothing here. Alright, so we are going to brush this off on my pants. What I'm going to do is do the top and the bottom and then put the sides in. So it's gonna be a lot easier to measure if I actually have that in there rather than just guessing. All right, so it's just shy of 24, just like our bottom measurement. And actually, I think I'm actually gonna cut this on the chop saw out there and maybe do a couple of them. Oh look, I also have my pencil on me too, pretty sweet. When you're cutting wood like this, you have to be really careful because it can actually splinter your edges. So if you walk it through real slow, but not just chop it all the way through, it tends to have a little bit better effect, but sometimes nothing will really help it. All right. There. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get my air nailer. That might just stay up in there. But we're gonna air nail him. Oh gosh! He's okay. Okay, this fits pretty good. All right, so this one fits pretty good. I just popped 3 nails in. Once I get a support underneath this little lip down here, see how it kind of looks ugly under here? I mean, not that anyone's gonna bend over, but I just kind of want it like a nice clean finish. So we'll put something underneath there, and then I will add one last set into that too, so it's double tacked. Because like I said, this is gonna be like a little ledge if a kid, it's kid height. So if a kid comes up and rests their whole body on it or decides to sit on it, which could happen, it should stay supported. So trying to think ahead. See, I lose this stuff if it's not back in my pocket. Both of our bottom decoration pieces done. Let's get the trim cut. Now, because of our windowsill right here, we want it to come in just a little bit. That requires us to notch out part of the bottom corner, which isn't a big deal, but I'm going to show you how to measure it. So there's two things you're going to want to do. First, you're going to want to line it up. However, if you want it flush with this, or if you want it just slightly in. Sometimes trim is crooked, so you might not be able to get a square. Okay, so we have a board right here. We're going to pencil the edge. So I know where the end of this comes to on this board. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drop this down. We're going to make it flush to the very bottom of this board on the outside. See, it came out this way, and now it's down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to measure to the top of this board right here on this wood. Okay? So then what we end up with is this little piece right here. So we're gonna do that on the other side too. All right, so we've got this one done too. So now we're gonna take it over to our jigsaw and cut it out. The biggest thing with a jigsaw is when you stop it, hold it stationary in place until the blade is done moving. If you try to backtrack it out, it's gonna catch and then you're gonna have a broken board. All right, so we've got this side. And then this side, like so. All right, so I'm gonna start with this side right here. There, good. Gonna get this side up. All right, so you have them done. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. Now you could get extra fancy and do some sort of angled cut on the edges of those, but that might be a little bit too much for a cabin. I kind of wanted a little bit more of a boxier feel. So this is what we have. And you can see this one right here. Definitely has some shattering on the saw, even though I was trying my best to be careful. But I got to touch up the ends anyway, so yay! Got that done. Now I've got to go through and put the clear coat on all of that. So I think it came out pretty good. Whew, I know, that was kind of quick, wasn't it, guys? I didn't want to unload too much on you at one shot. So the next cabin video is going to be doing the flooring. Yes, so exciting. It totally overhauls the whole look of this cabin. You guys do not want to miss that. And if you've used that type of flooring, be sure to watch the video and comment on what your thoughts are on it. It might be good, it might be bad. I'm still on the fence with this flooring, but you'll have to wait and see for next time. Thanks so much, guys. I really enjoy seeing you guys every video. Thank you so much for all of your comments, and thank you for the thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, consider hitting that red subscribe button and clicking that bell, and then go back and watch all of the other videos. It's a smorgasbord of chaos. Thank you so much, guys. Love you. Bye.